So, hello team, welcome to Cloud with Kshitij once again. My name is Kshitij and today we're gonna see how we can proceed further with an IMAP migration. So basically, IMAP migration is a type of migration where we can actually migrate emails from the third-party server to Microsoft Exchange. In this IMAP migration, we would be checking how we can create an account in Microsoft 365, how we can get the licenses, how we can actually, use a test account. Like for example, I'm using a Gmail account to proceed further. How we can, migrate emails from a third-party server like Gmail, Zoho Mail, maybe Yahoo, or maybe any other third-party server or webmail which you are using, and we can proceed with that. So basically, let's start with the introduction first of all of what IMAP basically covers and what we would be getting. So let me be very clear with you. If you want to have calendars migrated, Teams meetings migrated, and all that stuff, IMAP migration will not support that. IMAP migration only supports email to email transfer. That's it. If you want to proceed further with all type of migrations, you can go with other migrations like maybe a cutover if you have two Microsoft tenants, or maybe Google Workspace migration if you're using Google Workspace and all other stuff. So we'll talk about that later on. But on the first video, we're gonna cover how we can proceed further with an IMAP migration. So let's get started. So first of all, here is a PDF which I have downloaded from an AI. Okay, so we're gonna be using this particular PDF to check what exactly we want and what exactly we can do. So okay, so the first thing says we would be needing an email address from gmail.com. So I would be using my email address. I mean this email address, not mine actually. So just for testing, so we would be creating an account first, okay, and then we're going to proceed further. So let's get started. So first of all, I'll just click on this particular link. It will open this thing. So let's, for example, give it test maybe, test, and we're gonna skip the surname here. Let's proceed further. Okay, so let's give a random date of birth here. That's okay. We can proceed with anything here. Gender male, that's fine. And let's proceed further. Username would be, for example, I'm taking test migration at gmail.com. It's already taken. Okay, let's proceed with this 976. So test migration 976 at the rate gmail.com would be our testing email, and we're gonna proceed further with the password. So scan this QR code on your phone to add your Google account. Okay, so let's see. Let's gonna scan this QR code. Just give me a minute. We're gonna scan this real quick, and that has been scanned. It's actually opening. Let's verify it on your phone. Once it is verified, we're gonna proceed further. So it's taking a few minutes. Let's see. Come on, these things should be fast, I guess, from at least Google side, or maybe my internet is slow, I don't know. So let's proceed further. I'm gonna pause it for a minute. Let's finish this task first, and then I'll catch once again to you guys. Just a minute. One moment. Oh, it's done actually. Okay, so we're gonna skip this recovery email. So my test migration 976 email is completed here. Let's gonna agree to it. Let's proceed further. Just a minute. Okay, so this is a test account which is created here. So we're gonna going into the Gmail. I would be sending some test emails just for the migration purpose, and we would be using that things to proceed further. So let's open this first of all, and I'm gonna also open that migration guide for the Gmail. Just a minute, let me just open that into the browser. It will be easier for both of us. So we're gonna have the Exchange Online also. We're gonna proceed further with creating an Exchange Online tenant also, but we already have that Cloud with Kshitij tenant. We're gonna use that. We're gonna be having an Exchange license assigned to it. So this is a test, migration account. Let me just send one email to this account only. It was test migration 976 at gmail.com. So test migration. Okay, so that's done. Now we're going to proceed further to log into Office portal here. Once we log into the Office portal, we're going to proceed further with the source and destination migration. So this is the source, and the Exchange account we're going to use is Cloud with Kshitij. That would be the destination migration. So let's proceed further with this. It's already been logged in here, I guess. Information info iCloud with Kshitij. Yep, that's absolutely correct. So we're gonna proceed further with the admin here real quick. Apologies, my internet is a bit slow, so please bear with me. So let's see what happens here. Come on, let's proceed further real quick. Okay, so it's loading up, and now I guess I'm at the home page of my admin center. So let's see. Come on, just get loaded real quick. Okay, so it's done. Now we're gonna be having an Exchange Online trial license because we would be needing that. Remember one thing, Exchange Online license is required for IMAP migration. If you will be migrating emails and you don't have a license assigned to yourself, the migration can cause errors. You won't be seeing your active mailbox anywhere on even on the browser and not on the desktop application. So make sure you have a license, a valid Exchange license with it. So for example, we're gonna be having a Exchange license. So we're gonna search it here. You can go with the business licenses also. That's up to you. So for example, this one should work. Let's go with the plan one. That would be more beneficial for us. But let's see if it's offering us a trial or not, because I really don't have money to pay for it, to be honest. So let's proceed further. It's not giving us a trial. So let's proceed further. Let me see if we're gonna have a trial available. So this is an archiving license. Built-in security exchange. Let's see if we can get an E5 trial license or E3 license, which would be having the Exchange Online thing. E5 insider risk, Office 365, E5. Okay, so we got one license here, but let me see if it has actually Exchange Online plan or not. Make sure it requires Exchange Online plan 1. So make sure to even Exchange Online plan 1 or plan 2 should be there. So let me see if it supports actually the Outlook or the emailing service or not. Let's proceed further. Office 365 E5, we have this. Yep, it has email services. So we're gonna be having a trial of E5 trial, start free trial. Although you can still go with business basic licenses, business standard, business premium, whatever you want. For testing purpose, I'm just taking a trial license. That's it. So let's proceed further with this PDF also until this actually loads up here. So okay, so we're gonna have, so this is a prerequisite Microsoft 365 with Exchange Online mailbox creation. We're gonna be having that soon. Source mailboxes must support IMAP. It will be supporting here. So let's proceed further. Hit on the next button here. I would be just turning the recurring billing off. I also informed you guys to turn the recurring billing off in order to avoid any sort of payment which you don't want to pay. Like for example, it says on 24th of August it will charge me 48,285, but I will be just turning the recurring billing off. So let's proceed with this trial first of all. Just a minute. Adding the products to my cart. So then let's proceed further with other things. Valid credentials for each source mailbox. Yeah, one more thing. If you want to migrate all a bunch of mailboxes from a third-party server to Microsoft, you would be needing the IMAP password for that. Remember, IMAP password, not the Exchange password, IMAP password. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have that particular thing, Exchange Online. Sorry, the E5 trial license. Let me see. Yep, we have that. Now we're gonna assign the license to info so that we're gonna be using this info mailbox for testing. So let's assign the licenses. I'm actually showing you guys the detailed video because I don't want to. I mean, I just don't want you to mess up with this licenses stuff because Microsoft is very bad with licenses and billing. So it actually will charge you, will deduct you, and it would be a problem for you guys to get a refund of it, and it will be a painful thing. So just I just want to I just don't want you to get in problem. That's it. So it's loading up, loading the page here. Okay, till then let me just open that PDF. I guess we would be needing that PDF too. This one because we needed the IMAP server details here. I guess I opened the same thing. Sorry for that. Just a minute. Maybe this one was that. Yep. Ah, come on, man. You should not give me the links here. Okay. So in this particular scenario, you would be seeing that we need to enable IMAP and generate an app password for this particular things. So we're going to be doing that because Gmail requires app password due to the multi-factor authentication and all that stuff. So we would be needing that. So let me just cancel on the expiration because I don't want to pay for it. Just bear with it. Just a moment. This video would be a bit long, so I hope that you guys should have to watch this video till the end to proceed further with a perfect and successful migration. If you're gonna miss something or if you would be missing something, then your migration batches can fail. And as an IT person, as a tech support person, it takes a lot of time and efforts to proceed with these type of things. And if it fails, we have to start from the starting. So I don't want that. Okay, so it's actually, I guess it has been, my request has been accepted. Okay, so let's proceed further with this for now. We have created the Gmail account. We're gonna enable the IMAP service for this. So to enable the IMAP service, go to the settings, see all settings here. We're gonna find the forwarding pop and IMAP here. Enable POP for all emails. And what about that IMAP? Auto expunge. Okay, I just want to see IMAP access. I hope that I'm not missing up something. There should be an option to enable IMAP apart from this. Okay, let me just save the changes here. Okay, so I guess the IMAP has been enabled, but let's proceed further. Because these things are not accurate, to be honest, but we can proceed further, and if we find some sort of issues, we would be just correcting it, so that's okay. And for now here, we're gonna extend the trial date from 30 days to 60 days. I just want to know you guys one more thing, that basically you can extend your trial for more than 30 days via the billing portal. You would be getting this option here. So for example, if you're having a trial of 30 days and you're thinking that you don't want to pay or you're not ready to pay, you can extend it. You can request an extension for more than 30 days. And honestly, in some scenarios, if you will be contacting support for this, they can also give you an extension for 30 more days. So depends on you, depends on the luck. But yeah, they can do. Okay, so let's proceed further with this. We're gonna generate an app password here. So we would be needing this particular link. I would be opening this link in a new tab so that this PDF doesn't get shut down again and again. Just bear with it. So we're gonna be using that email address. Come on, it's not mine. This is my email address here. And let's proceed further first. We're gonna be adding the password here. Just a moment, it's loading up. Okay, so there are no settings available for your account. What's this? I guess we have messed up something. Maybe it's a new account, that's why we're not able to, do the app password thing. But we would be doing it from here, I guess. Password two-step verification. Maybe we're gonna find it here. Two-step verification, authenticator phone number. If I turn on the two-step verification here, okay, we need to add the second steps. Okay, so we're gonna add the phone numbers and all that stuff first here. Otherwise, these things won't work. That's the problem with Gmail. It requires a lot of stuff. So let's proceed further first of all, and let's proceed with the adding the phone number here. Just a minute. Add a phone number here. Come on, man. I'm not from US. I'm gonna be using my phone number here. Please, guys, don't call me. So let's proceed further here. Hit on the save. So the phone number is added here, and we're gonna be going back. So phone number is added. Let me see if it's still allowing me to add this two-step verification or not. Yep, I guess two-step verification would be allowed to me now. Let's see. Come on. Okay, so it's actually been allowed here. Two-step verification is on. I can see. Yep, it is on now. Now I want to see how we can proceed further with an app password thing. So let me open that link one more time here. Okay, let's generate an app password because that is required to proceed further with the migration. Come on, this is not my account. Come on. Okay, so it's loading up. Let's proceed further. Okay, so we're gonna be naming it migration, the app name. Make sure that you save the app password. Otherwise, it would be a problem for you guys. This thing should be saved. Otherwise, you won't be able to recover this part. So I'm gonna be saving it in the notepad for now and just leave it as it is for now. Okay, so our password is created here. So now we would be we already have an Exchange Online mailbox here on the on my admin portal here. If I am right, just a minute here for the information. I'm not having the Outlook and all other stuff here real quick. I guess. Yep, it's not there. Just bear with it. It's still loading up. Just want to see. Let me just give it a refresh here. Okay, come on. Okay, it's still loading. Come on, load up, please, real quick. Okay, still waiting for it. Okay, yep. So it's still written now. So we're gonna use this information account, okay, for the testing here. And let me see if it has created the mailbox. Yep, it is. So as you can see, I have an Exchange Online license in the Office 365 E5, and I got the mailbox here. So now, so now we would be using this account to migrate. This is the target mailbox, and the Gmail one which we created is the source mailbox. So make sure you remember these two things. Gmail is the source mailbox. Microsoft Exchange information account is the target mailbox for my scenario, because when you create an IMAP CSV, you will fumble and you will use the Microsoft password and the migration will fail. You have to use the IMAP password. That's it. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so now we already have the Exchange Online mailboxes here. So we're going to be preparing a CSV file here, okay, to create the batch. So let's proceed further. For example, we're going to be using Exchange portal here. If you are having a Google Workspace migration, you can go with the setup of the internal setup of Microsoft to migrate emails from Google Workspace. But it's for Google Workspace, for Google Business, not for personal Gmail accounts. And one more tip I just want to give you. In 12 years, Gmail has finally allowed us to change the email address. Like for example, if I have testingmigration@gmail.com, I can change it to test1@gmail.com. That's a tip from my side. It was around, I guess, 12 or 13 years. But yeah, they did that, and you can change it only once in 12 months. So keep that in mind. Okay, so we have that here, and you have to just come here on the Exchange admin portal and you have to click on this migration. We're going to create a migration batch. For example, we would be giving it a name that says test migration, and we're going to click on next. Migration type should be IMAP. Don't mess on this one. Now it will be asking us to create a migration endpoint. We don't have a migration endpoint, so we're going to create a new one. And in this migration endpoint, you can just give it a name. For example, I'm giving it endpoint 1. In the IMAP server, you would be using the Gmail IMAP server. Like for example, this is the IMAP server details here. You would be seeing this. Do you see this? imap.gmail.com. So you're gonna using this particular scenario here. So imap.gmail.com. And after that, port is 993 and all that stuff. So encryption is SSL and port 993, that's okay. Hit next. Endpoint is saving. If you get stuck in this particular scenario, in this particular endpoint, and if endpoint creation fails, check your IMAP settings. The IMAP settings will, it can be wrong in certain scenarios. So yeah. So now the main thing, you have to add the user mailboxes. So we're gonna download a CSV with headers and sample user information, so you don't miss it. Okay. So we're gonna be opening this file here. Let me see if I have Excel application installed on my laptop because it's a partition one and I don't use this partition much. So let's see. Yep, that's working fine. So now we're gonna be using this particular scenario here, and we're gonna be using the username and password here for now. So this is the sample information which we downloaded. Now we would be using other scenarios. For example, I'm deleting this one. Now in this username, let me just show you the PDF once again. In the IMAP CSV PDF here, okay. In this username, you would be using this particular scenario. Just a moment, guys. Okay, so basically, we would be seeing that it's actually uh, the CSV file. Okay, so in this email username and password, this password would be the IMAP password. This email would be your on Microsoft or maybe your Exchange Online username or email address. So, for example, mine is info at cloudwithkshitij.com. Okay, and my username would be my gmail.com. But let me just verify once what's my email address is. Okay, info at cloudwithkshitij.com. And for the Gmail, my email would be testing. I guess it was testing976 at gmail.com. Let me confirm it once. Yep, test migration 976 at gmail.com. Okay, so we're going to be using this. And for the password, use your Gmail password. Okay, don't use your Microsoft password. So this is just a test password which I just created. Now if you are saving this particular file here, okay, you have to click on save as, and then you have to use your documents or downloads or whatever you are using here. Like for example, if I click on more location, and if I go to normal PC stuff here, Excel workbook is there. You have to change the file format of this particular CSV to CSV UTF-8. Okay, this would be the file format of this particular scenario. So this is saved now, and we're gonna close this Excel. Make sure to close Excel application, otherwise the file won't be getting imported into the Exchange Online Management. So we're gonna import the CSV file here, which we had real quick. Now we are confused. Which one was that? Let me see if it's this one. Yep, one successful users. Okay. Now hit on the next, just click next, and you can just leave all the stuff as it is. Now as you can see, batch creation is progress. Sorry, batch creation in progress. Please wait while we get it ready. Just bear with it and give it a minute. As you can see, now batch creation successful. Now this particular IMAP migration batch is successfully created. Now this particular thing, if we talk about here, okay, in this particular scenario, it can fail in certain scenarios. For example, it shows validating, so we don't know actually if it's actually syncing or not. But as you can see, now it's failed. Let's see why it's failed. A recipient wasn't found. Info at cloud with Kshitij, because I have put cloud not cloud actually in the CSV file. So these things will happen. So now we're gonna be going to the migration batch once again, and we're gonna be recreating the migration batch. So let's delete this migration batch here. It was my mistake. I really apologize for that. Let me open that CSV once again. IMAP sample user. Was it this one? Yep, this one. In this particular, it would be cloud. So, I mean, people can do these type of mistakes. It's not a very big deal. It's not a very big deal, but you have to make sure that your information is correct. So we're gonna be adding one more migration batch. Let's give it a name, test migration here. Hit on the next. Migration type would be IMAP. Next endpoint, it's already created, which we had, which I'm importing the CSV which we had here. Not this one actually. This one. Yep. Next, save. So these things may happen. Okay, your email addresses maybe it's a typing error, or it can be other things. So, but you have to make sure that everything is correct in place, and these things should not, these things should be checked before migrating. So let's see, now we're going to be refreshing this again and again and again just for testing. Now it shows me that it's syncing. Let's see. Okay, so let's wait for it. It shows me syncing. Let's see if it is syncing or not. Just bear with it. Till then, I would be opening this particular mailbox here in my Outlook application, to be honest, so that we can at least have a look. Just bear with it. Let me just copy the email address here. Let me open the Outlook application real quick. Let me just go here and have a check. It's still syncing. Okay. Come on. The Outlook application will take a bit of time to open. Okay. Come on, get it opened. Okay, so we're gonna be adding that account. I guess it's already added here, but let's see if it's allowing us to see the inboxes and all other stuff. Inboxes. Yep, it's actually working. I mean, I'm seeing that particular scenario here, but let me just have a look for that particular Exchange Online email address which we are checking. So it's still syncing. See, it is a time-taking process, so it will take a bit of time. You make sure that you don't panic in the situations. Unless and until it shows failed, you don't have to do anything. You just have to wait and see how much time it will be taking to sync the item. It was only one email, so it should not take much longer. But let's, depending on the Exchange service, to be honest. Okay, let's see. I'm giving it a pause. Once it is done, I'll be back. Hey, so thanks for waiting, guys. So basically, as you can see now, this particular mailbox is synced 100%, okay, with a perfect rate, and it actually synced around 9 items. Maybe there was other emails which were there in the mailbox, we don't know. So if I see the Outlook application here, as you can see, the emails which was sent to test migration 976, and this is by the way the info mailbox, has been moved into the info at cloud with Kshitij.com. So one, two, three emails which were there, okay, and this is for that actually, and this is the test migration which we sent the first time in that Gmail mailbox. As you can see, you can see that particular scenario here, and this is the migration report that says it's been successfully migrated. Remember one thing, in your Excel applications, it can happen that the IMAP migration in the Exchange mailboxes will require an app password. So make sure whenever you type of passwords in your Excel application, just use this password. Okay, this particular scenario. I mean, this is for mine, not for yours actually. You would have to generate an app password, enable the two-factor authentication, and you have to use this password. For example, in this CSV, as you can see, I've used this password here. Okay, so I also forgot this particular part, but just wanted to clear with you guys so that it cannot create any problem in the future. So we're gonna be closing the CSV, and this is how you can perform an IMAP migration from Gmail to Microsoft 365 Exchange, or maybe from any third-party web mailing service to Microsoft 365 Exchange. Thank you for watching, guys, watching my video. If you find it useful, if you find it informational actually, just hit a like, subscribe to my channel, as I'm just trying to grow, and I just want to you know share my knowledge with every person who is actually been using or been in support or maybe any other stuff regarding the Microsoft 365 in the cloud environment. Because as we all know that this help and support things, this particular scenario, it takes a lot of days, and I don't want to, I mean, I can just give you the solutions of this particular scenarios in the mailboxes, and I don't want to, give this particular, I mean, feedback and all that stuff to all that people, because it takes days for them to come and resolve the problem. So that's how you perform an IMAP migration. And if you want any other type of migration, just drop your views, your thoughts in the comment section. And for the next video, we would be doing that particular migration. If not, then I would be doing other stuff of migration, like for example, Google Workspace to Microsoft 365 in my next upcoming video. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye. Be safe. Bye bye.